All right. Good morning, Bitcoin and NASDAQ truth seekers. Sorry, I'm a little bit late getting started this morning. I slept in, so sorry about that. But I will fire up the stream here for a minute, and we'll just check things out since it was scheduled and such. Anyway, yeah, I work quite the challenging day job, so I'm oftentimes just exhausted. And this morning, well, weakness of the body, I just slept too darn long. So anyway, late getting started. Markets already open. We'll check things out real quick, and we'll get out of here. But we'll be back again tomorrow and Friday, and I'll be on time, so we'll make it actually happen. So BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. I just wanted to mention that that's where you can get the TradingView subscription. You can get the template that we use, and I'm going to add another template. I'll put this one. I'll say NASDAQ or like futures, and I'm going to put another template up, and it will say just standard crypto, and that's how we tend to look at crypto, which is it's more of our traditional blockchain education method for looking at crypto. So you can kind of switch back and forth between the templates and see which works. Of course, the futures is tuned kind of towards futures, of course, but it works for anything. And then the blockchain education one is tuned towards crypto, but it works for anything. So they're both good to go. You might need a better than basic plan on TradingView for it to work, but still check it out. And then also, if you're going to be trading the futures, you need your real-time CME data, and boom, it's right here. It's like $7 extra a month. It really helps. And then also, we use Top Step when we're trading the futures, and we're going to do a little bit of a tutorial on that probably tomorrow because today kind of got screwed up. Bookmap, I'm going to do a presentation on that eventually. I have to. It's phenomenal. And we'll deep dive into that. And then also the what else? Yeah, this is the chart template. Anyway, enough of that. Then here's a bunch of indicators that we use. And of course, if you keep cruising down, you'll see a bunch of other stuff like this is blockchain education, and then of course other cool stuff, and then indicators that I use on the crypto side of the videos. Anyway, you'll see. So sorry, I didn't describe that very well, but go to bitcoindailyview.com, scroll down, bunch of cool stuff there. It's just a one-page page, very simple stuff. Looking at the market this morning, it just opened at 637, so we have some crazy wick action there for the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500, or Russell, definitely in the red this morning. It has not had time to get a real read on the S&P 500, but there you go. It will soon, so we'll see about we'll see if we get a read on that before we check out of here. Let's look at Bitcoin, and we'll also look at the traditional market. We're going to run through real quick. Bitcoin, 62% volume up last 24 hours in trading. So 13 billion in trading volume. That's about twice what it usually has been. So we definitely have had a real spike in Bitcoin trading traffic this morning. Definitely on the hourly chart. Well, this would have been actually like a midnight, I guess. We took kind of a dump. No, it wouldn't be, that'd be yesterday. That'd be the 5th. This is the 6th. So what was it like? Anyway, yesterday took some serious dumpage, and we've been kind of recovering. So we'll see if that continues. But definitely, I'm watching just big sells, big buys in the order books. And definitely the big money is trying to push Bitcoin around. I'm seeing lots of longs and shorts get wrecked. Big money is playing Bitcoin right now, and it's playing to win, whether it wants to short or long it. We definitely have, if you're trading, be careful with Bitcoin right now because the big money is pushing it around, trying to make their money because Bitcoin is still small enough that big money can push it very easily, and it's doing that right now. I'm seeing 100K trades are kind of what I noticed that the automated trading does. Believe it or not, there's some financial institutions and money market places, wealth management is what I'm looking for, that do trade the big 100K trades like that. But when you see like a quarter million, 300,000, 500 or a million, that's when you start to see that. That's more of a manual trade. Somebody's doing that. And they're oftentimes trying to push the market around some so that their algorithmic trading can get in and make some money. So definitely right now, Bitcoin is just getting manipulated like crazy, big buy and sell orders getting stacked. So the big money is on a conference call, long and shorten, and helping each other out. So be careful. it is definitely big boy undies right now if you're trading Bitcoin. Now 63% long, 36% short for Bitcoin right now on Binance, what the big money is. Definitely there's a long bias. Okay, looking at the top 20 exchanges for crypto, we're seeing a decrease in volume last day or so, but right now it's in the green. So we have an uptick in trading volume for spot trading volume for all the alts on the exchanges. Now, this is very exciting. Looking at Bitcoin, the top 100, Bitcoin might be down to 55,000 right now, but the alts are just insane. So the top 100 alts are all nuts. I mean, getting 10, 15, 20% last 24 hours on many alts is not unheard of. So we're seeing some beautiful stuff. Bitcoin, it's got a market dominance of 53%, which is pretty high, but it might be a little weak, but the alts are insane. So if you're alt trading, I mean, you are on fire right now. I don't want to, not financial advice. I'm just saying it'd be hard to screw it up today. Although I could do it, if anybody wanted to, I could screw it up still. But I mean, if you're in Solana or SHIB, um, Doge, all the alts are just insane. The top 100 losing their minds. So we have a beautiful alt market. Now let's look a little bit closer at Bitcoin. Okay, this is the template that we use, the chart template for futures trading, and I'll have that shared. And I'll actually I'll fix the Bitcoin Daily View site, so it's a little bit easier. I'll actually call it Futures 1.0, the template there, so you can actually. This is all futures based kind of, but it works regardless. This is blockchain education standard. This one I'm switching to. And this is more like tailored for crypto with many years of validation. And now this chart here, we can see this is a 4-hour chart. Definitely Bitcoin since Sunday, the 28th, has overall been on kind of a downtrend. Just definitely dumped some more. This would have been 4-hour chart. Yeah, Sunday took a big dump, and it's kind of found a little bit of a foundation at 51,500 or so. I think we might be seeing a bounce. Looking at the indicators, the 4-hour indicator is very good. Squeeze indicators rolling over, directional index and ADX are kind of, they're showing a recovery from dump. We're seeing some volume that came in for sure when it was dumping, but right now, are we going to see a recovery from this downtrend? I'm just going to say I kind of think so. If we look at it like this, it's the daily chart, so we did not keep the 200 moving average, the white one. We went down to the 314 and we wicked below it, and I think that's kind of a logical bounce spot. Did we see any previous support and resistance there? Not exactly, but kinda. We definitely can see a no, I would say like no strong support and resistance right here previously in the chart. It's pretty slight. I could pull a bunch of time in, like right about where I would do a Fibonacci sequence. Let's say, how about I go, let me do, check this out for fun. Let's do a Fibonacci sequence. Let's go way down here let's go way down here to this low. Pulling some time here. And what I'm seeing is the 382 is not the most powerful bounce spot. I prefer the .5, but still a 382 bounce right there on the 314 moving average. And then, of course, the 236 is right there on the white one on the 200 moving average. So the chart's not really strong right now, but a 382 bounce would certainly make sense. I could see that happening. Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. It's a bit, I call it a bit of a weak chart, but that's okay. Really, we got to kind of see what it does. Let's go to the 4-hour here, pull in more time. In the 4-hour, we do see a recovery starting, and the 4-hour chart does show the indicators rolling over some. It's a 382 fib bounce if we pull in a lot of time. And it's all about, will it continue? It's below 200 and the 314 moving average on the 4-hour chart. It definitely needs to get back above those to be a strong chart, in my opinion. Going for very immediate price action, the 45-minute chart. Definitely, we can see we had to push off that 382 fib level. Definitely had a push above it. I think that's definitely some support. And now we're kind of doing one of these little rollovers. But I think, I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to challenge that 200, maybe even break above the 200 to 314 and continue up. And that would be the 2-8. What is it? The 2-8. What fib sequence is that? Sorry, the 236. Right. That's the little fib sequence. There you go. Come on, come back here. Where'd you go? Anyway, let me go to 4-hour chart so I can see more. Yeah, that's the 236 fib level. So really, it's all about will Bitcoin continue that push off the 382 fib and get above the 236 today, or soon. Let's just see what happens. I mean, it's definitely given a lot back, and if you look here in the chart, the 382 definitely has played a role for Bitcoin at that 382 fib level. So let's see what happens. I'm pulling in a lot of time when I look at this. And when I make this fib chart, and you can probably see it easier here. And like I say, dot fives are where I prefer to bounce, and you can definitely see a lot of beautiful, support there. Validity to this fib sequence. You can see it at the 382. You can kind of see it here in the 618 golden pocket. It's there. Definitely the 786 comes into play very powerfully. I prefer to get down to a DA5 fib sequence, or even even a 786 or something like that, or a 618 golden pocket. These to me are very, very, these are really strong bounce points, where the 382 and the 236, they're just not strong bounce points, but it doesn't mean that things don't bounce there. And looking at the chart here in the daily, let me actually clear this this insanity up real quick. Let me actually fire up a new fib sequence here for us. We go back to this low, and I do think this is pretty powerful. Boom. That 382 definitely is a valid place to bounce, especially when you have the 314 moving average, the green one right there. So when one of these powerful moving averages, the 200 or the 314, especially powerful in crypto trading, I have found. And here we are on a daily chart. We wicked below the 382 and the 314 moving average, 382 fib and 314 moving average. This could definitely be a valid bounce spot. We definitely have given a lot back. So maybe it is time for Bitcoin to bounce. I will admit, full disclosure, I took a little chance on a small Bitcoin position. It was just spot, not futures, because just me personally, I think we'll probably move up from this point. I think that's enough dump for Bitcoin to have a reversal. But there ain't no top, there ain't no bottom ever in crypto, or any trading. So anything could happen. But I myself, my unsolicited, not financial advice is that I think it's bounce time for Bitcoin. Let's see what happens. I'm definitely going to watch for the challenge, that daily 200 moving average, which is right around 61,600. I definitely think we could visit that. And if we visit that, that's where I'll start looking at the charts really closely, because that's where we could see a rejection and then, visit one of these lower fib levels again. But until then, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching for like a 4-hour bounce here. The bounce is easier to see on the 4-hour chart. I'm watching that 236 fib level. Could we see resistance there? Could we see also the 4-hour 200 moving average is right around 62? No, the 4-hour moving average is right around, where are you? Yeah, I guess 62,300 is the 4-hour moving average. So there you go. And you can see both the 200 and 314 moving averages really are pretty sticky here in the chart. But anyway, we are in a weak spot. So just, beware. I want to go over here. Let's look at the futures chart just for fun for Bitcoin right now. The way we check out the futures, I'm going to go to a 4-hour. Let's just see how our indicators look there. Definitely you can see the recent dump, but the Trendillo here is definitely in the red, but it's beginning to show some life. The RSI is definitely giving a lot back, but these are both they've dumped so much it's hard to get a read, but definitely we're seeing an upwards trend on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin right now. The squeeze indicator showing an upwards trend. We recently had a death cross. This is easy entry exit, and you'll find these all over. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, but it's right down here. All these indicators are right there on bitcoindailybee.com. And actually, I think this chart might not be the right template. This is the right template right here for what we're doing. And you can, it's free. You can fire it up, and you'll see what I see right now. If you have I think the basic version of trading view, you won't see all these indicators, but if you have the medium one or the pro, I think you'll be able to see them. So this is kind of short time frames for this guy. It kind of works better on like the daily, but every time frame is relevant. So definitely we saw a death cross. We really dumped pretty hard, but I think we're turning it around. Looking at the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin's above the the 10 moving average and the 5 moving average, which we use especially around futures. It is challenging those. It's getting above the 5 moving average, so that's pretty nice. And the 5 actually did the slower one. So the quicker one got above the slower one. So the 5 got above the 10 moving average. The 5 is the white, the 10 is the green, and it got above the it's working on getting above both of those. And the 5 just did cross above the 10. And that's actually positive. Way up here is the 75 moving average. We have quite a ways to go, but I'm kind of feeling a perky, some perky energy for a Bitcoin. Now let's fire up a 15-minute chart, and yeah, there you can see actually a little golden cross. So things looking good. I'll look at the now let's look at let's look at the NASDAQ this morning. Of course, it opened at 6:30. I think you can see here, 15 minutes. We kind of definitely could not keep the 75 moving average, and it got rejected, moving down. We're beginning to see a turnaround here as a 15-minute chart. Let's look at our indicators. Trendillo is looking good. Stochastic RSI is looking good. Squeeze is not quite there. So this is a tough one. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. 5-minute, don't 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes lost the 5 moving average and the 10 moving average. I'm watching this guy. The 5 moving average is showing a positive squeeze. This is a tough one. A lot of volatility. It's below the 75. I myself am not feeling ballsy enough to do anything right now, but I think we're challenging that 5 and that 10. If I had top hat up, I might even, if I wanted to be, extraordinarily bold here. Let's look at 15 seconds. How's it looking? 15 seconds just made a higher high. And it's challenging some previous support and resistance right there. You can see it. This is probably what most people wanted to see. So sorry it took me a minute to get to it. But, previous support and resistance is right there. Boom, it's challenging it. Now we got a green squeeze indicator. The easy entry is showing bull. Stochastic, the RSI is positive. Positive enough, beginning to roll over. The Trendillo is looking good. I mean, it's all a little bit crazy. I would say if I had my, I was a little bit late getting started today, but if I had my top hat open, I would actually be longing right now. It would be short. I'd have my finger on that sell button, but I'd be hitting the long right now. I would be. I'd be playing a little bit bold, but I think maybe we're gonna this trend might continue, especially if we can get past this. Look at that. This previous. There's a lot of weight right here. I could maybe extend this. Yeah, a lot of weight right there. It's a 15-second chart, but still, look, we're beginning to push. We're getting away. It's taking flight. NASDAQ moving up today. Let's look at FinViz here and reload that. How's it looking? S&P 500 definitely opening good. Russell 2000 is in the green now. NASDAQ is in the green with a 0.5. Dow is in the green with a 0.7. So we're looking pretty darn good. Let me reload the S&P 500 here. I can tell a lot from that. Microsoft and NVIDIA leading the way this morning. Oracle leading the way. Apple dumping this morning. And the rest of the market, interesting. Oh, I like this. Consumer defensive. What is that? Consumer defensive stores. What? Costco. Consumer defensive. What the hell does that mean? It's like Costco's not like the arms industry. Anyway, so Costco cost up 1.75 this morning. That's kind of cool. I like seeing that. Eli Lilly. If you're into the great big pharmaceuticals, it's up. Meta, blah, who cares? But little Zuckerberg is making some money this morning. And oh wow, is that Uber? Uber Technologies, Nito, up 4% this morning. So anyway, Cisco, how's Cisco looking? Cisco Technologies up 1.46. It looks like across the board, maybe we'll see a nice green day for the market on the S&P 500. And I think that, now honestly is when I probably would have been getting out If I was to have my finger on the trigger, I'd probably be dumping my NASDAQ long right now, but and waiting for it to see what it does next. But that was a nice move and kind of predictable. If a person was crazy tough and phony brave, they really could have gotten in down here once they saw this velocity and especially this break above this previous support resistance area. And I'd be out right now, but that is a morning scalp right there. If one was into it, it was there for you. If you wanted it, all you gotta do is go for it, because you got to go for it. Anyway, this is a great chart, and I look at that 5 minutes. We're beginning to challenge that 75 moving average, and I think with this longer time frame, let's look at a 30-minute. That's one that definitely can show us the attitude of the NASDAQ, and the 30-minute is definitely finding support in that 75 moving average, and I think it's going to be toying with the 5 and the 10 moving average today. This RSI is looking good. This trendillo is looking good. This squeeze is looking really good. We're seeing a rollover there. On the 30-minute, it's beginning to roll over. I like seeing that. And the easy entry exit is, well, indifferent. But the 30-minute is showing definitely we could make a move off that 75, and that'd be very positive. And you can see the power of the 75 moving average, because you can just look here and see where it goes below it. That's bearish. It gets rejected. That's bearish. It crossed it. That was bullish towards the upside. Now it's all about what's it going to do. It's either going to go visit those lows again or make a move on the 30 minutes. So today is a rather interesting day to be watching the markets. Let me clear all those. Let's go back to the 5 moving average, and boom, what do we see? We definitely see a challenge of that 75 moving average. Man, I almost want to just, especially with this beautiful, I keep making those dots, especially with this beautiful squeeze on the 5, I could definitely see, I'm tempted just to like hit it and go long. It looks like it definitely has some, it definitely could run to that next, where's my indicator? It could run to my forecast. It could definitely from here, from that 75, move back up to that previous high, which would be like, 0.41%. I guess that'd be like 74 ticks or something like that. Definitely, that's a move that could be made today for sure. And I'm kind of wondering if I want to go over to Top Step and make that trade. Anyway, guys, I think maybe we're going to see some bullish action there. What else is going on this morning? Let's look at, just since we're here, let me fire up the Blockchain Education Standard. And let's just look at some alts real quick before I'm out of here. Let's look at Doge, USDT over there on Binance. How's Doge doing? Doge, the 4-hour definitely below important supports, but beginning to get a little bit perky. It gave a lot back. How about Floki? Just some random alts here. USDT on Binance. How's that one doing? A lot of things. I think if we look at the alt chart today, they're making moves, but this is what I kind of predict today. Sort of, they're all making a nice move, and it looks good. The squeeze indicator looks good. Directional index looks good. But the trick is that it's on the 4-hour chart. It's going to take a bit of a strong day or two in the alt market to be able to get above that, like from where it started, to get above that. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me look at my little forecast here. They've all got, like from where they started, a good deal of moving. This would be like 60% to get back to that daily, that 4-hour, like 200 moving average. But definitely, it's all about if today stays strong or not. I'm just being very conservative right now. I'll just kind of see what happens. How about like SHIB? I think we might, if we keep a strong market, we very well, alt market, we definitely could see some. I'll be watching for a lot of things that I like to trade, doing exactly what we're seeing here. Yeah, they've made a move, but they're still very weak in general because they're below the 200 moving average and the 314 on the 4-hour chart. So you might see a little bit of explosive energy on the smaller time frames, but watch out because, like you can see here with SHIB, something I think we'll see quite a lot. If you just take a look at previous support and resistance, bam, we're pretty much just finding resistance there, bam, So anyway, guys, that's what I can tell you this morning. Yeah, is there anything else that we want to? Let me see if yeah, anything else we might want to chart. Oh gosh, what was that one thing I saw the other day? North. I forget. There was a. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry to be a little bit brain dead this morning. But XRP versus USD. How's that look on the 4-hour chart? This is an interesting one. XRP on the 4-hour chart made a strong, powerful move. Got rejected on the 314. Indicators are looking good. It's kind of turning up. XRP, this is pretty happening here. And if we just kind of grab what like data we can here, let's do like a fib sequence here. You can see where that is a nice 786 bounce. Can it hold above that 618 golden pocket and challenge the .5 in the 314 moving average and get above that 200? I'm going to be watching. XRP definitely could be a player. It's all about this morning. We definitely have some powerful action in the market, and if you caught it, that's great. I'm just kind of watching. Where's my Bitcoin in top 100 here? Yeah, no, where is it? It's down. Where are you? You're here. Here. Where's it at? I know I've got it somewhere. Bitcoin in the top 100. Where'd you go? Oh, did I close that? I probably did an error. Sorry about that. But the chart that we were looking at with Bitcoin in the top 100, here it is right here. Definitely the top 100 have had an incredible move this morning. But just watch right now, because now's where the fun begins. Will Bitcoin begin to? So we see our XRP poised definitely to get back in the action. It's made some money, but as you can see in the 4-hour chart, they're all hitting. I've looked at this very small sample, very challenging moments here on the 4-hour, because that 314, that 200, and previous highs and lows as far as support and resistance are kind of waiting for them. So they made a move because everything's given a lot back recently, but is it going to continue that upwards movement? That's what we're really all going to be watching to see, is can that actually happen? So other than that, let's look at BTC USD real quick here on Coinbase before we check out of here. And on the 4-hour chart, see, it's making a bounce. It looks good, like it's rolling over, but it's got it's, as we can see here, yeah, it's getting a little challenged by previous support right there. Is it that's where it's bounced before? Is it going to break through that? I kind of look at the indicators, think it definitely has some energy, but as it gets rolling, do realize in the 4-hour chart that 200 and that 314 are looming above. And definitely, if I was longing right now, which I kind of am, honestly, on Bitcoin, I'm going to be watching. I have an alert set here. You can see it, because I want to know when it starts getting close to that moving average, because that's when, unless it has a lot of energons and it's going to break through, I'll probably just get out, because that's definitely, that would be an incredible move if we can get there in the next day or so, or even today. It definitely could. We get there in one candle. I mean, one 5-minute candle could break above that. But anyway, guys, any interesting news this morning right here for Bitcoin? Bitcoin can match lows. Okay. Anyway, I'm not seeing anything too incredible here as far as news. Anyway, guys, sorry I got on a little bit late. Kind of missed Robert this morning. I'm sure he probably was up and ready, but I wasn't there. And also, NVIDIA on the daily chart, making a move back up. I won't keep you guys. I'm out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll make this happen. I'll get on a little earlier and get Robert on, and we'll have a good day. So anyway, this was a little bit of a meandering podcast, but this morning. But now you guys know what's up, and we'll there you go. Take care, everybody.